I'm the owner of Decorative Desserts, which is a bakery. I'm working today with Pineapple Life, and I want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to teach you all how to make some sugar cookies. I came up with this recipe for the people that are at home and you want to do something with your kids, but you don't want to make too much of a mess. A lot of baking things, you get sticky and gooey and it just gets everywhere. So these cookies are perfect for you. So for this recipe, you're going to need 7 ingredients. You have 4 cups of flour, 1/3 of a cup of our cornstarch. We're going to need a tablespoon of salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter, a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Alright, so in our mixing bowl we have the 1 cup of butter, and what we're going to do is add our sugar in. And we're going to cream the butter and sugar for about 5 minutes. Alright, so now our butter and our sugar has been creamed together for a couple minutes. What I'm going to do is scrape the bowl down just to make sure all the sugar is incorporated with the butter. And then we're going to add our eggs in. My eggs are room temperature. That's just the way I do it. It helps mix in the butter a little bit easier. You don't have to have it room temperature just because that takes some preparing. But if not, 2 cold eggs. I usually do 1 at a time. Then once it's a little bit incorporated, we're gonna add our second one. Just let it mix for a little bit. It's gonna look a little separated. Don't be too concerned. Just give it time. All right, now that our bowl's scraped down, we're gonna add our vanilla. You can also add lemon zest, or you can add almond extract, kind of your own choice, but we're gonna do vanilla. Then you're gonna mix a little bit. Just be careful when you hit start. It's definitely gonna spoof all up if you go too fast. Alright. I use a cloth just to make sure I don't make too much of a mess. And you're just gonna hit start. And then I slowly move up to maybe like medium speed. If you're doing this with a hand mixer, I think it's just the 2nd speed. And it takes maybe like less than a minute to get all incorporated, and once it is, you can actually hit stop. And our dough is ready. And you'll see what I mean when it doesn't make a mess, because look at that. It doesn't get on your hand. Alright, and you're just gonna take your dough out, and it's ready to go. The best part about this dough is it feels so awesome to play with. Like, you don't even have to have your kids as an excuse to make this. You're just gonna roll it so that it's in like a nice shape, so when I roll it out, it's all even. And this is where the kids can have some fun. You can flour your surface. You don't want to flour the surface just to get flour everywhere. You can use like parchment paper. That's totally fine. So flour the dough on top. And then I'm just gonna roll it out. Now, it doesn't have to be too thin. It doesn't have to be too thick. It's kind of your own preference. If it's thicker, it's gonna take longer to bake. So if your kids are impatient, maybe you want to do thinner. That looks good. It's a lot bigger than I remember this being done. Alright, and now my favorite part is we're gonna cut it out. I'm just gonna do circles and letters today because my pineapple cutouts didn't come in because Amazon's running a little behind. You can do any shape you want to do. These ones will keep their shape. That's also what's special about this recipe. If you do like big animals, try and keep all of those together because they'll take longer to bake. And if you're going to do smaller shapes or maybe braids or anything your heart desires, just keep them together so they bake evenly. So while those are in the oven, I just want to take the time to tell you a little bit about myself and my bakery. If you don't already, follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Decorative Desserts by Danielle. I just did some new pies this week. As you probably saw, I did a bunch of scones. I mean, we're doing cookies today. I do a ton of cakes. I'm an award-winning cake decorator, so definitely check out my page if you just like looking at fun cakes. If not, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy.